Okay, I want to look at one of the sample problems. Hopefully you've downloaded that. If not, it is available on Moodle Rooms. You can see it's listed as an advertising problem. One of the key ingredients that you often see in monopolistic competition is the presence of advertising. And the reason that this is one of the main ways that firms differentiate their product. And so this problem rather is a basic profit maximization problem using a schedule, but focusing on advertising as our decision. So we've got a shoe company here which sells shoes, and there are many shoes similar to high jumps, and the following table shows the demand and total cost for the shoes. And currently we're relying on word of mouth as opposed to advertising. And so we want to fill in the remainder of the table: total revenue, and marginal cost. Well, of course, total revenue is simply price times quantity. And so we're simply going to multiply, to begin with, 80 times 0, 74 times 1, 74, 68 times 2 is 136, and we'll just continue on: 186, 224, 250, and I believe 44 times 6 is 264. So that's our total revenue, price times quantity. Marginal revenue is the change in total revenue divided by the change in quantity. Now, this should be fairly easy because quantity is increasing in increments of 1. We're always dividing by 1. So we only have to look at the change in total revenue. So for the first unit, total revenue increases from 0 to 74. So the margin is 74. For the second unit, we go from 74 to 136 in total revenue. That's a difference of 62. Marginal revenue 50, 38, 26, and 14. You'll notice that marginal revenue is falling. Marginal revenue is less than price. So this is characteristic of monopolistic competition. And in our last column, we're looking at marginal cost. That will be the change in total cost. The change in total cost divided by the change in quantity. And again, quantity changes by increments of 1. And so no margin for the 0 unit. Margin is 20, 10, start to rise to 14, 16, 26, 26, 26, and 34. So we have filled in the remainder of the table. Part B asks us to find the profit maximizing quantity and price and determine the economic profit. Well, remember the rule. Firms maximize profits by choosing the highest level of output at which marginal revenue is greater than or equal to marginal cost. In this case, we have a nice equality here at 5 units. So I'll write it up here. The firm will maximize profits by producing 5. Again, that's where marginal revenue, marginal cost are equal. And they will charge a price. If we want to sell 5, we need to charge a price of 50. That gives us a revenue of $250. That's revenue. And cost is 186. That was given to us. That's the cost. So we subtract our costs from revenue. And this is getting a little cramped here, but you can see 250 minus 186 is $64. $64 profit. And so by selling 5 units at $50 per unit, the firm earns a profit of $64. So this is the before picture, and here in a moment The next video, we'll look at the after picture once we introduce some advertising. That'll take us to part C, D, and E for the next part.